What's up, everyone? It's your boy Chef Jeff here in the Effin' Sharp Prep School. Today we're going to do one of my favorite dishes. It's this incredible chili espresso rubbed ribeye with a charred tomatillo and poblano salsa verde, and of course, a chorizo sweet potato hash. This dish is what started my dream of being on MasterChef, and you too can make this in your own kitchen. And here's how. The first thing that we're gonna do to start this incredible recipe is starting with this charred tomatillo and poblano salsa verde. Poblano pepper, straight on. Jalapenos, straight on. Tomatillos, straight on to our hot grill pan. Now there's two different styles of chorizo. There's a Mexican style and then there's the Spanish style. A Mexican would have more of a ground mix, if you will, whereas the Spanish is going to be a link style chorizo. What we want to do is cut them in half. We want to then quarter them right down the middle so we can get uniform diced chorizo. These vegetables, quick turn, making sure that you're getting heat across all surface areas of the poblano peppers, the tomatillos, and of course those jalapenos. It wouldn't be a chorizo sweet potato hash without sweet potatoes. What I like to do is cut one side off so I have a uniform area so it doesn't roll around. We're gonna cut all four sides off. I am actually gonna keep that skin on. And we're gonna do nice little slits here. So that way then we could turn it. We're also going to take a nice head of garlic with the base and the heel of your knife. Just break into that skin here. What I like to do with garlic is go nice, thin slices. These tomatillos have come alive. We're gonna put them into our blender. Right here I have a beautiful red bell pepper. And we're just gonna do nice julienne strips and do beautiful dicing. A trick when you're charring vegetables is actually using a Ziploc bag. The heat and the moisture is going to help pull off all of that skin that's been nicely charred. Zipper it up, and we're going to let this rest for about 10 minutes. We'll set that to the side. Let's start assembling this incredible chorizo hash. We want to start it off with a nice medium-high heat, a little bit of olive oil. And only a little bit, because the chorizo is going to cook off so much of that flavor, that oil. We're putting the sweet potatoes in first with that little bit of olive oil because it's going to absorb the flavor of the oil and it's going to get a nice little bit of a sear, which is what we want. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper into that pan. With the potatoes are starting to cook, but we also want to add a little bit of fattiness, a little smokiness, a little bit of depth with that chorizo sausage. Into that pan. Well, we've got this pan, diced peppers, some onions, and we're also going to add the garlic at this stage as well. And a nice toss. Uniformity as it comes together. Well, we made that incredible chorizo sweet potato hash. We had our poblano peppers, our jalapenos inside that Ziploc bag. We're gonna get those beautiful char flavor, but none of that burnt skin. Into our blender, each of these poblano peppers and jalapenos will go. We're also going to remove the stem, but we're gonna keep the seeds. I'm gonna mix it up though. I am gonna use one without and one with, so that way I can control that temperature, that flavor. We're also gonna add the juice of one lime. The cilantro is key to this incredible dish. Put it right in. The blender is going to do some of the work for us. With just a little bit of olive oil, a touch of salt, and a little bit of that minced garlic that we did. Everything's into our blender, and we just want to do a quick pulsing to get those flavors. The key to cooking a great steak is letting it come to room temperature at least 30 minutes before you hit it on a hot surface. After it's been resting for at least a half an hour, we're just gonna put a little bit of olive oil and massage it into our steak on all areas of it. The flavors here is this incredible dry rub that I make myself with espresso, chili, cayenne, cumin, a little bit of oregano, some depth, some woodiness to it. There's salt, pepper, paprika. We want to make sure that we pat that down in there, get those flavors all into it. Onto a hot skillet. We're going to go 2 minutes for each of those sides. Turn your steak up across the sides of it and cook off all of the fat where you might see it. After you've cooked it on all sides, we want to let it rest for 10 minutes. While we let that steak rest, we could start with our plating. Let that be a nice bed for the steak. We're looking for a nice medium rare when it comes to this steak, and that's what we're going to get. The trick to it is making sure that we cut on a bias so we can get into the flavor and actually get nice tender slices. We're going to just dress it over this incredible bed of the chorizo sweet potato hash. And we have our charred tomatillo poblano salsa verde. And we're just gonna put it right onto the top. Just let that dance along the steak. And that's how you cook my chili espresso rubbed ribeye, charred tomatillo poblano salsa verde, and chorizo sweet potato hash.